Welcome back, everybody. This is KTXT Lubbock. You're listening to the Raider 88.1. My name is Sam. I'm here with
Logan.
You got Jackson right here.
And you've got the Please Do Not Rush Hour. So last week, we made some picks for the NFL, and I don't think they went well. Logan's got the stats here. He'll break it down for us, but I don't think they went well.
Yeah, so, there were a lot of upsets this past week in the NFL, and we picked a couple of them. I had the Panthers over Dolphins. Jackson had Broncos over Eagles.
Thank you for that. I didn't believe.
I'm not really sure if you picked an upset. Oh, no, you also had the Panthers. Okay.
Let's go. Is that an upset, though? Because they were both kind of eh.
Yeah, they're both not
The
great.
Dolphins were favored,
Right.
so
Both
I would say
yeah.
it's
But in
upset.
terms of spread, you probably had it.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper, yeah, but it's because it's Bryce Young versus Jalen Waddle, Devin Achane, and all them. But then you're like, oh, they're not that good.
Yeah.
It happens.
But overall, none of us really did good. I technically had the best. I went 7-7, and Sam and Jackson both went 6-8. So
We don't know
our
ball.
Best week.
We don't know ball.
So, to keep track, should we do like all-time record individual games or whoever did the best of the week?
I
So
think
like, should we give you a point now or should we just keep your record?
I think
and
we should
update
just
it?
keep.
Let's just
overall
keep the record.
Yeah.
Because if someone has a crazy comeback and they get the best overall, but someone has the most points per week, I don't know. I feel like
No, that makes
it's
sense.
got to be based on the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
No, that makes sense. I get that.
Yeah. So we can go into the main headlines of the NFL week. Start off, Broncos beat the Eagles.
Let's go. Shout out.
I should have believed. I'm sorry, guys.
Listen,
You picked it.
I looked you in the eyes right here last week, and I said, "You two picked the Eagles, but I'm going Broncos."
I should have.
And I watched as intently as I would have watched anything else in my day.
Because the more I think about it, the Eagles were really just the Chiefs 2.0 from last season. They won games they shouldn't have won, very close games, and they just didn't look great.
On a
And
scale
then-
of 1 to 10, how convinced were you that the Eagles receiver caught it in the end zone at the end? 10 being you thought it was over. You thought they won and you lost on a Hail Mary.
That they caught it?
Yeah, because when I was watching, I was like, "Oh my God, he just caught that ball," and then it was like, "Oh, yeah, thank God he did it."
I'd probably say a 6 or nope.
Nope.
6.
Watch.
A 6. A 6. A 6. I'm not going to say a 6 or an 8.
6 or an 8.
There we go. I'm not saying the other number.
Good answer.
Thank you. But yeah, they looked good, and they have completely changed my mind again, as the Broncos always do. They always make me overreact. Either we're so back or it's so over.
Mm-hmm.
And if we lose this week to the Jets, it's back in the so over category. But I don't think that'll happen.
You beat the Eagles.
We
you
beat the
beat the
Eagles,
Jets.
but it can absolutely happen that we can lose to them.
I mean, any given Sunday.
The Giants beat the Chargers and then lost to the Saints. So it's like
That's true.
anything can happen.
That's true.
But both of the big dogs went down this week. Bills lost 2 to the Patriots.
Yeah.
They did.
They got their quarterback in Drake May. They have him. He's there.
That was a good game too. That was pretty back and forth, if I remember correctly. But that was a super sloppy game.
I wasn't even watching it. I was at a movie, but I came back and I saw the Patriots were up, and I was like, "What?"
No, it
Like-
was like the first half was so gross. I mean, everyone was fumbling. There was turnovers left and right. It was just, in terms a good football game, because it was close, right? But fundamental football, it was everyone just had to turn their heads for a second.
It was a weird week for sure. It was odd.
Texans won big.
Yeah,
Texans had a great week.
And although the Ravens did have a lot of injuries, but that's just
They just look
dominant
rough.
game. And C.J. Stroud even won Offensive Player of the Week for the AFC. So
He did,
Really,
and
really good.
Benito got Defensive Player of the Week for the Broncos. So
Did that.
we're all happy. It was a great week for us
I
as-
unfortunately.
as NFL fans, not fantasy fans. At least for me, I went 1-2 this week. I got in one of my leagues, I lost, but I got the second most points of the week. Of course, first going to the guy who beat me, which is awesome. and then that's-
better. I won.
There you go. And that's a league where I got Chuba Hubbard, Brock Bowers, who else was hurt? And Terry McLaurin and Malik Neighbors all hurt. And I
had
still
almost
almost
one team.
won. What's up?
That was on your team?
That was my team, and I still almost won. They were on my bench, obviously. Well, Neighbors is not. He's gone. But they were all on my bench, and I still almost beat the guy. I was like, man.
How many did you drop? How many points did you drop?
I dropped 158, and he had 170.
That's brutal.
Because I had Baker, JSN, Gibbs, Keenan Allen, Cortland Sutton, Brees Hall. I feel like I'm forgetting. Darren Waller. Very good team, but what lost me was I got -2 from the Rams defense and 2 from the Colts kicker before he got a season-ending injury. So he was great. He was such a good kicker. I was like, oh, this is perfect. He's going to carry me. And nope.
And who'd your opponent have? Who dropped all the 170 on you?
Kyron Williams, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else. He had a pretty good team. It was as soon as Kyron dropped 30 on the first, I was like, man, I thought I was cooked. There was one point I was like, I only had like a 10% chance to win, and then it got closer.
Yeah.
But it was right. And then my Dynasty League, I also got close to winning, but didn't cut it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm in last in Dynasty right now. I think if I lose this week, I think I'm gonna start tanking. I think I'm gonna start trading away my old players, getting only rookies and stuff.
At what point do the coaches' jobs get called into question?
I don't know. They might have to fire me.
Yeah. At what point?
At what point?
We're done.
Do they clean house and I'm gone? I'm a goner.
Hey, if everyone's on board with tanking, you might as well.
Might as well.
Why not? But yeah, our team's won. We're all happy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the Texans fans in here, I think everyone else in the division won, so you gained like no ground. I know the Jags won big game. I think that was Monday night.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was, Monday. I was like Monday night or Sunday night, but it was Monday night. Barely.
They are a weird team. I didn't think this was going to happen. Well, I didn't think the two best teams in your division were going to be as good as they are.
Yeah.
Jaguars and Colts. Jaguars just have a really good defense, and then Trevor Lawrence is just tripping all over the place and scoring touchdowns. Makes sense for him. But then you got the Colts, who somehow revived Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think that just means it was a Giants problem once again.
Yeah.
I think it's always a Giants problem.
They lost to the Saints this week.
And they lost to the
It is
Saints.
always a Giants problem.
It's all lining up. But like for the Colts, like you see Daniel Jones doing what he's doing in the same system as it was last year. Like, what do you do with Anthony Richardson at this point? Because I mean, if you look at both of them, Daniel Jones, I think he's 4-1 this year. Like, at what point come trade deadline do you go? Who wants Anthony Richardson?
That's what I was going to say. I think you just trade him to who needs a young quarterback that they can develop.
Who wants him, and what are you willing to give up? Because, I mean, you're not in a position to tank and get a good draft pick if you're the Colts. So,
well, the Colts could get something out of it though. Like if they need
Right.
receivers, if they need like offensive linemen, if they need defensive players, there you go. They need a kicker right now. I mean, they can trade for a kicker. Well, that would be a terrible trade. I don't think you trade Richardson for a kicker, but
you probably wouldn't. But it's a great question. Cause what's the trade deadline? Week 9, week 8,
I think it's week 9 now.
week 9.
yeah,
So like
it's like beginning of November.
yeah, that's 4 weeks away,
Mhm.
just about. So I think that's gonna be kind of one of the things to watch is what are they gonna do? Because like you said, he's a young quarterback. It's not like he's been awful the couple of years he's been there, but he's just hasn't been like
He's had
the
his
guy.
moments.
He's had his moments. I mean, we all think of like the notorious head tap play, tapping out on third down. Like that's obviously a stain on your reputation. But I mean, I think if anyone was like, any coach is gonna be like, "Are you gonna do that again?" He's gonna say no.
Yeah.
I think I think it'd be ignorant for him not to think that this is a situation that could happen. So I think he's ready to put in work for any organization that takes a flyer on him. Though I don't know what the Colts would be able to get back for him.
I feel like at best they'd get like a 4th or 5th round pick.
Right. Because
Yeah, at that point in his career.
you could say, I mean, on one hand you could say Daniel Jones took your job and is outperforming you.
Yeah.
But you could also say it was the Giants that ruined him. Like the Colts are a better organization. So I don't know. I think that's gonna be fun to watch though.
But when do you just sit down and think maybe this is a fluke year for Daniel Jones? Like,
That's
he
true.
did this with the Giants when he looked
He did.
good that year they made the playoffs. The first Brian Dabble year, the first time Saquon had played a whole season in forever. Like, they looked great, and then he wasn't. As soon as they gave him that contract, he just was not good. So, I don't know. I don't know. He's just really inconsistent. I feel like they should still keep Richardson for what he can be, but what he has not been yet.
Because Danny Dimes is on a 1-year deal, I think. A 1-year kind of prove-it deal.
That feels right.
I don't know what the salary is.
I'm
but
not sure.
I think it's a 1-year.
I do feel like, though, it's also been opponents have been part of the reason he's been playing like he has.
Yeah.
Because in their, they've beat the Dolphins, the Titans, the Colts, and then their probably best win is the Broncos. But even the Broncos game was at home, and they only won by a point. And in their one loss, he had 2 picks and just did not play a great game. So I think part of it has been opponents is why he's playing at the level he is. So,
and also Jonathan Taylor's probably a majority of the offense before Daniel Jones is even considered. Because that guy's a workhorse. That
Well,
guy's done a lot
he had
this
3
year.
touchdowns this week.
Yeah,
So
he's insane.
Well, then that's just the Saquon Daniel Jones thing again.
yeah,
Because he got carried by Saquon, and he did his job when he needed to. That's exactly what I'll say. He looks better this year than he did that year.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just the exact same thing, and they got a competent defense.
Right. It's looking good in Indianapolis.
It
Which
is.
hurts me to say as a Texans fan.
yeah.
But
Hey, things are not going well in the AFC West. Everybody but the Broncos lost. Chiefs are 2-3.
what you're looking for.
Could not be happier. Raiders are 1-4. Shocker. Chargers are 3-2. That's surprising because they
after
looked
that
They looked
3-0
really
start.
good. And then they lost to the Giants, and the Commanders are good, but
Yeah.
then they lost to the Giants. I'm like, what is happening now? Well, because, okay, they've got injuries. Hampton's now out for at least a month. Then their offensive line is abysmal. I don't know. It's a weird spot for them. I think they're still going to make the playoffs.
sure.
I
Yeah,
think they could
those-
still win the division if we don't.
Those 3 divisional wins to start the season were huge for the Chargers. Like, that'll be hard to catch up to, even with having a good record.
Oh, yeah, they just beat all 3 of us.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I feel like when it comes to the AFC, I can name a lot more bad teams than I can name good teams. Like, no one from the I love the Broncos. Shout out Broncos. But
Yes.
they don't scare me. Like,
What?
If I had to go against the Broncos in a wild card or even a divisional series, I obviously it's week 5 or whatever, so it's still early.
CJ Stroud would last 2 seconds.
CJ Stroud would ball out.
Benito
Let's
and
not
Cooper.
start.
No, Benito and Cooper
that-
and Allen and
Let's
all
stay
of them.
civilized
And then
already.
when he finally throws the ball, Pat Surtain intercepts it and gets a pick 6. Like, be
Yeah.
honest, you guys aren't doing anything against that defense.
That
Sting-
defensive
We're not
line
doing
would
anything
be
against that
scary.
defense either.
It'd be a 3-0 game. Like
Yeah, it'll be like
It
a
would be.
3-0 game, and our only one will be some crazy Cortland Sutton catch that ends up giving us the field goal.
CJ
Like,
Stroud
that's
already balled out against the Broncos 2 years ago, by the way, but who's counting?
it's a different team.
No,
Hey, we'll see. They play each other pretty soon.
oh,
It's in a couple weeks.
House divided.
It's Jets,
That was
Giants, and then
awesome.
Texans. I believe for us, it's Jets, Giants, and then Texans.
I'll wear
Okay,
my,
yeah,
I'll wear
we
my
have-
Stroud jersey that
We
week.
have bye week, Seahawks, Niners, Broncos. So November 2nd.
Okay,
Come on.
Not too far.
it's not too far. Nope.
I can count that on one hand, weeks-wise.
1, 2,
I
3,
got 3.
4, or 3 or 4.
I think
don't
it's 3, right?
I'll say 3. Sure.
4, sorry.
Four,
Four.
it's
I
four.
didn't count the bye week. No, I
There you
just
go.
Fool.
3 games, 4 weeks.
That's what I was looking for. 3
Yeah.
games.
That'll be a good game, though. I'm excited. The
And
the
it
house.
is-
You were right. The house will be divided then.
Yeah, but 2-1.
2-1.
Two versus one
It's
right
true.
now.
It's true.
So who knows? I think the Texans have a good chance when it comes to that, but that's 4 weeks away. Things can change. People can get hurt. Might be an early trade. Might get Joe Mixon back finally because he's been.
Potentially.
I'm
absent
hoping for that.
forever.
I got him on my IRs.
But it's
Yeah, I
like,
have him on IR.
yeah,
I actually started Woody Marks this week. He did horrible, and I still won my fantasy
He was
game.
bad. He was really bad.
Nick Chubb looked good this week though.
Yeah, he did. I was surprised, though, about how much he played.
Mm-hmm. And I heard a stat where that I was home this weekend, so I flew. My flight was like at 12, so I missed I missed more of the late second half, early third quarter, or late second quarter, early third quarter. And I heard someone say a stat that was saying the Ravens were, in terms of opponent scoring, they were last in the entire league. Like, they gave up the most points per game. And I think it was like 35 or something. So you can look at that and go, it's a depleted Ravens defense and whole roster for that matter. But it doesn't matter. That's a game you take advantage of. They're injury prone. They have no one playing. That's your get right game, and it absolutely was. Everyone looked good.
Yeah, and I'm just glad the Texans aren't playing down to their opponents like they've done in past years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're probably not as good as we used to be, but the fact that we're not playing down to like the Titans or the Ravens right now is a very good sign to for improvement of the team going forward. I think the Seahawks will be a big test in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a tough stretch right there. That 3-game stretch. I think Seahawks, Niners, Broncos in that order. Niners defense obviously is notorious for being good. I think they have a couple injuries there though.
They got a bit. They're missing Bosa.
Right.
They're missing some others. Their offense is really depleted. It's basically just Mac Jones and Christian McCaffrey out there.
I don't watch Niners games consistently, but CMC puts up about 20 points on my fantasy every week. So I don't know what he's doing, but whatever he's doing is obviously working. So
kind of everything.
Yeah, he is kind of an everything guy. So who knows? But time will tell.
Who knows? All right. So next up, we got Nightmare by Mac DeMarco, Dark Red by Steve Lacy, and then Somewhere in Between by Blood Orange. And before that was No Idea by Don Tolliver, As Alive as You Need Me to Be by Nine Inch Nails, and then Juna by Claro. We'll come back after these songs, and I'm going to ask them about their thoughts on the new Tech logo. I know there's a lot of opinions on that. I've definitely got a few, so we'll get into that and also just talk about what happened in the college football world and get more into NFL. We'll see you after these songs. Welcome back. This is KTXT Lubbock 88.1 The Raider. So that was, you just heard Nightmare by Mac DeMarco, Dark Red by Steve Lacy, and Somewhere in Between by Blood Orange. So before the break, I brought up the Tech logo, the new changes. I'm going to ask each of you what you guys think of it. Logan, what do you think?
I personally love the new change because I like the beveled logo a lot, but there's just something about the new version of the original logo that's just so clean, and I love they've been using it in certain situations the past couple years, and I've always just thought those are the best jerseys or helmets that we've been wearing the past couple years. So I love that they're making a full-time change to it.
I absolutely agree. I think for so long the fans wanted to see something like that, maybe like an alternate logo or alternate helmet, something where it was there at least a little bit. But it seems like it's fully shifting to that across all sports. I feel like I've seen all this Tech Athletics post about it on all the fields and courts, whatever. So I think everyone's really excited about it. I don't know, I'm a Tech fan. I'll like whatever they do, and I'll just suck it up if I don't. But it really looks good to me. It looks clean. And we were looking at some pictures between the breaks, and that one with the Matador Masked Rider, right there on the bottom left, it just looks so clean. And I hope they find a way to put that on a jersey or a helmet or whatever. But all in all, I think it's a good switch, and it might take some time getting used to for people who are so used to the new one, the current one. But I got nothing wrong with it.
I don't like it. I don't. I will say, looking at the alternate versions and all that you showed me during the break, it looks good. But the main one, it's just too much minimalism. I'm fine with it being a retro thing, but I just don't think in this day and age that should be your main logo. I feel like the one they have right now, the 3D with the black and red, looks great. It just looks great. It's iconic. It looks good on everything. Looks good on shirts, sweaters, everything. It just looks great. Hats. So I don't know. I think people will still be repping the old logo, but the new one, I think it'll probably grow on me. Whenever there's new logos, they normally do grow on me, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. But anyway, more with Tech football. We're playing Kansas this week. It's our homecoming. I don't know. I think it should be a good game this week. Kansas is not a team to count out. They're outside of Utah. I think they're easily the best team we're going to be playing so far. Great quarterback. I feel like Daniels has been there for nearly a decade, but he's been there forever. Every time I look at their roster, I see Daniels, and I'm like, I thought last year was just last year.
I
Like,
would say he's like a 6th year.
I'm pretty sure it is
Something-
6.
He's something
Yeah.
like that. I
He
think
is-
he's 22 as well. Because I think he had a TikTok that blew up, and he's like, dance if you're the oldest quarterback in college football. And it was like, okay, dude, you're 22 and making a TikTok dancing in your
That makes
college
sense.
football uniform. Wrap it up. Let's get a move on.
because he's been there for as long as Kansas became good again. Like, when he was their quarterback at the beginning of their resurgence, whenever they all of a sudden started playing well and just surprised everybody. And he's been there through and through. So, I don't know. He's a good quarterback. I honestly do like Kansas. I like their football team. Notice I said football, not basketball. But, yeah, I think it'll be a good game. I think we win.
I agree.
It's blackout. It's homecoming. It's going to be hype. I'm excited. What do you guys think?
No, I totally agree. We're talking before the show. Kind of the one concern is, like, and not the concern comes from a really good thing in the fact that there's going to be a lot of people there. People are going to be lining up to be there.
Yeah.
Get good seats. It's going to be crazy. It's a night game. Blackout. Like, everyone's going to be pumped.
Yeah,
Everyone's
it's going to be
there.
busy.
But then you got to think about, when do I get there? How do I get in the stadium? So apart from that, I think there's nothing about Tech right now that makes me go, this game's going to be a hard watch, or it's going to be a tough game. Like, I just think this team's clicking everywhere that it should be. The defense is one of the best in the entire nation, let alone Big 12. I think Kansas is a good team, but I just think the atmosphere alone in that stadium come 6:30 on Saturday would be enough to win this team the game.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think it'll be a good game because I think Tech will win this by 40, like pretty easily.
Okay.
Really?
I mean, Tech has a top 10 offense and defense. Kansas is okay, but they're
I think
nothing
they're-
special. And with how good Tech is playing, I just don't see a world where Kansas stays anywhere close to us in this game.
I like it.
As much as I love the confidence and I would love for us to win by 40, I don't see it. I think Kansas is good. I get it. I understand where you're coming from, but Kansas just has that aspect that none of the other teams we have played so far, it feels like they want it.
I honestly, I think I'd put Houston above them in terms of tough opponents. I think it's Utah, Houston, and then Kansas, just because the three before were awful.
Utah's one for sure.
Utah is absolutely
Yeah.
one. And Houston was undefeated. It was in their house. They were on a roll. And Oregon State looked really bad, but they were down and they managed to
Looked
come back
rough.
late in that game. So, I mean, they were riding high. So I think for me it's Utah, Houston, Kansas.
Yeah.
And Kansas really only there by default.
I agree with that ranking because, I mean, Kansas really doesn't even have a bad loss. They have 2 losses, but one's to Missouri, who's really good right now,
Right.
away. And then their other losses to a pretty good Cincinnati team. They just
Yeah.
beat Iowa State, which Iowa State did have both of their starting corners out. But I don't think they've had a bad loss, but Tech has won every game by at least 24 this year. And this is their first home conference game.
Yeah.
So I just, like I said, I don't think there's a world where Tech doesn't win this game by at least 24.
Yeah, and kind of talking on this game, what are y'all's thoughts on the uniforms for this week?
I love them.
Great.
They're
Thank you.
so cool.
Thank
They're
you.
great.
Absolutely.
I like them.
The all
See,
black and like the retro style shoulder pads.
that's what I'm
Come on.
fine with. I like when they do retro like that. That's great. But I feel like it should be a one-time thing. You shouldn't just be going retro forever. Like it's a new age of
But
sports.
You know what people were probably saying when the beveled logo came out? Probably saying exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like flip retro for modern. Like
Well, that's what people have been saying about the bevel logo. Like on Tech, like Twitter and stuff like that, People have been saying level to bevel forever. There's a website
Yeah.
called leveltobevel.com that it's like 5 pages just talking about why Tech needed to change back to it. And so,
I'm sure there's the count probably like saying just called. Did they level the bevel today? And every day
Probably,
it's just
yeah.
No, and then what was it? 2 days ago or something like that. Finally, so I think your concerns are super valid because, like I said, I think whenever they had this beveled logo come out for the first time, people were saying the exact same thing. But I think, like I always say when I get a haircut, it looks bad just because it's new.
yeah.
I think that's exactly what this is. I think,
People don't like change.
yeah, it's just new right now. Give it a season or give it a couple weeks and just let it kind of sit there, think about it, and I think sooner or later it will be like, you know what? Yeah, no, we rock with this logo.
Mm-hmm.
At least I'm hoping for your sake. I know Tech's like, okay,
And if you
like it,
don't like
so
the
what?
logo, savor these last couple months where it
Yeah.
is still the primary logo.
Right.
'cause-
That's true. Hey, if we win the whole thing with this logo, everyone will remember it, and then we can bring in the new era
Yeah.
with the new
Yes.
logo.
I agree.
And that is fine.
Agreed.
All right. So I think we should go ahead and do our picks so we actually have time to talk about them
That's fair.
because we did them in like 2 minutes last time, and it was rushed, and it just was not good.
Yeah, that's why we all had 500 or lower records.
That's why
Not
because
we
we
don't know
didn't
ball,
get
it's
we
just
didn't get
'cause
time to
this is quick.
think and talk about our picks. So do we want to do? Let's do college first.
All right.
Let's do college first.
So, I actually want to start with a Friday game.
All right.
USF versus UNT, probably the two like biggest group of 5 contenders for the playoffs this year. They play a pretty early game in the season. So
They do. And you know that game is a big deal because my sister, who goes to UNT, normally doesn't care about football, but she's going. It's their homecoming game. It's a Friday. She's going to go. And I think my parents might be going too.
Okay,
But
shout out.
it'll be cool. That being said, USF. But I don't know. I don't know about UNT. They do look really good, but
Yeah,
USF beat Florida.
that's true.
And Florida beat UT. So
I'm going to go with North Texas. I just think they're at home. They're undefeated. Like you said, it's their homecoming game.
that's true.
I think they'll bring something that USF can't.
I do love UNT. That was like where I was gonna go before I ever toured Tech. So I love UNT. I think they're 5-0. I think they're undefeated.
They are, yeah.
But USF has like unironically one of the best resumes in the entire country, regardless of like division or conference. Florida, Boise State when they were ranked in the opener. I think it's probably going to be one of the best games in college football this weekend. But I am going to go USF. I am going to go USF on this one.
Okay.
Okay, so on Saturday, I guess we already chose the Tech game.
Yeah,
so,
we all picked Tech.
Bama, Missouri. It's in Missouri, but Bama's favored. I'm actually going to go with Missouri.
How much is Bama favored by?
3.5.
I've been down on Bama all year. I'm going to go Bama. I've been their biggest hater. I'm like, oh, they're not good anymore. They beat Georgia and they beat Vanderbilt after I picked against them. I think they get it done. I do.
It's in Missouri.
Yes.
I'm going to go Missouri on that one.
Ty Simpson just looks too good.
He does look good. I agree.
I think that would be a great game,
I
but
think it will be too.
I think Missouri will pull it out.
Yeah.
Ohio State and Illinois. I think it's pretty easily Ohio State. Illinois.
Isn't it in Illinois, though?
Yes, but
Okay.
Illinois I don't think should be ranked. Like they were a top 10 team at one point and they lost by like
It was like 40.
it was like
it was a
40
lot.
to Indiana. And Indiana's a great team, but if you're a top 10 team, you cannot be losing by 40 points.
Mm-mm.
And I think they were at home in that game.
I think so.
I want to say they were.
That sounds right. And like just building off of that, like
Oh no, they were away.
Okay.
But still.
Ohio
No, they
State's a
lost
better
by
team.
53.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Ohio State very easily. I think Ohio State by
Give
20.
me Ohio State.
I still think they're the best team in the country. People are like, no, put Miami. No, until they lose, they are number one.
Yeah,
Or
but-
unless they have a really bad win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pick him.
Buckeyes.
Next up.
Indiana, Oregon.
Yeah, Indiana, Oregon is a pretty big game.
It
in
is game
Oregon.
day. So that is the game of the week. Before last week, I would have gone Oregon handedly, but Penn State got embarrassed by UCLA. and Oregon only beat Penn State by a touchdown, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, a touchdown. So I still go Oregon. Where is it? Oregon?
It's in Oregon.
I'll go
yes.
Oregon. I think it'll be a good game though.
I do think Oregon will win, but Oregon, I don't think they should be number 3. Like,
I do. I think
I
they
don't
should
know.
be.
Their best win is against that Penn State team who's just
And they're not right
good
now.
anymore.
Fell off the cliff.
And
Yeah.
Oregon really hasn't done anything else to like just prove that they're a top 3 team. I do think they'll pull it out though. They're at home, and Autzen Stadium's just a crazy place to play. So I do think they'll beat them. But
Wait, I got a breaking news. Apparently it's not UNT's homecoming, which is weird because they're doing a bonfire for the game. That's so weird. Anyway, back to it. But yeah, Oregon. I go Oregon.
I'm going to go Indiana.
Okay.
I'm going to go Indiana.
Okay.
I just, going back to the game against Illinois, what was it, you say 59 points? What was it, 54?
Yeah, it was like 53 or something
53,
crazy.
like, Illinois was ranked at the time. That means they're a good team. So I think they're going to have a spark. I totally agree that it's going to be super tough to play in Oregon in front of those fans, and Oregon is a good team in their own right. I think Indiana's going to have I think it's going to be close. I'm just going to give Indiana the edge just by a little bit.
it's definitely a prove-it game for Indiana because it'll probably be their biggest win in years if they can pull it off.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do Red River and then Arizona State, Utah, and then we'll go to NFL.
All right. Red River, I think no matter if Mateer plays or not, Oklahoma is going to stomp
Oklahoma
Texas.
walks. It's not even funny.
Boomer Sooner. Let's go.
No.
Sooner.
We can't say those words.
It doesn't sound good coming out of my mouth, but it's
Those
the
words
right
should not
answer
be
here.
coming out of your mouth.
Go OU. How
No,
about that?
okay.
Go
OU wins. I will still not say
There we
go
go.
OU,
We'll
but
just-
OU wins.
I'm not going to root for either team, but
Yeah.
Right.
BYU Arizona is a pretty big game. I go BYU.
I'd probably go BYU.
Yeah.
It is in Arizona, but BYU is really good.
And then we got, that's going to be a good game. Arizona State, Utah.
It's a 9:15 on Saturday.
Oh, come on.
That's kind of rough, but
We could catch it.
yeah,
We could catch it. Our game's at 6:30.
yeah.
Yeah, ours probably be ending right as that one starts.
I think so.
Or right after.
That's probably the hardest game to pick because it is in Utah, but Arizona State looks good.
Arizona
recently.
State. I go Arizona State.
I'm gonna go Utah.
I really like Dillingham. I really like Levitt. I really like Tyson. They're great.
Utah's student section alone gave us so many problems. So I'm going to go Utah. I think they have the edge with home field.
I am going to say Arizona State because I want our win next week to look even better when
That's
we
valid.
walk into. Where does they play?
I think they play in Tempe.
Okay, yeah, Tempe. And I want to see us just destroy Arizona State and that win look even better. So I'm going to go Arizona State.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared for that game. I'll be honest. I
You're
really
darn
am.
welcome.
I think. I'm not trying to jinx it, but I think if we do have a trap team, it's them of all teams. So I'm not trying to jinx it, but I'm just saying.
No negative thoughts.
No negative thoughts. All right, NFL.
So tomorrow night there's Eagles Giants.
Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles very
Eagles.
yeah.
Unless Jackson Dart plays like Tom Brady. Eagles.
And which will not happen. Broncos Jets. Broncos definitely.
What?
Jets are
Bro-
horrible.
Jets suck, dude. It's not good.
There's bad and then there's Jets.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it's no way.
Nope. Broncos.
Rams Ravens. Rams. The
Rams.
Ravens are still.
Oh, Puka's gonna go for 300.
Yeah, and I don't think Lamar's playing in this game either, which I don't think it matters. But yeah, definitely.
Say a
Rams.
prayer for any Ravens fans that you know.
Prayers up. Prayers up, Baltimore.
Prayers up, Baltimore.
Prayers up.
Cowboys Panthers.
Probably Cowboys.
Yeah, I'll go.
I think I go Cowboys.
I'm gonna go Panthers. They're at home, and they surprised a lot of people with the Dolphins win last week. So I think
They did, but their defense is not good, and the Cowboys' offense is electric.
that's true.
It is. And I don't.
Could be a shootout.
Yeah.
I think it will be.
I don't know if I'm sold on Bryce Young yet in his career.
Nope.
I just can't get the feeling out of my head that he's like a bridge guy. Like he's just waiting until they can get another quarterback that is the guy. So
He's got to prove it. You're
yeah,
right.
I don't think he's done that for me yet. So I'm gonna go Cowboys.
Colts Cardinals.
We go Colts.
Colts.
I'm gonna go with Cardinals. I think this could be a trap game for them. I don't know
Okay.
why. I don't really have any reasons for it, but Cardinals. Seahawks, Jags.
Ooh.
I'm really hoping Seahawks.
I'll join you on that.
Where is it?
Open Seahawks.
It's in Jacksonville.
Seahawks.
I'll just-
I'll still go
yeah, I'll
Seahawks.
say Seahawks.
Okay, Chargers, Dolphins. I think Chargers
Chargers.
bounce back pretty easily. Steelers, Browns.
Steelers.
Steelers definitely. Although the Browns could give them problems.
I mean,
That
they
Browns
gave the
defense
Packers
is
problems.
legit.
You never know with the Browns. They always win the games you don't think they're going to
Dylan
win.
Yeah, I
Gabriel's
mean they
their
beat.
guy now.
Yeah, they beat the Packers.
They
It's
trade Joe
crazy.
Flacco to Cincy.
Joey's
like-
gone.
Dylan Gabriel's the guy, so he's got to prove it.
Okay, Patriots, Saints, Patriots.
Patriots. They
I
look
think
good.
that
I'll go
Saints-
Patriots.
That Saints win was a fluke.
I think, yeah, the Patriots aren't going to blow that.
They looked good last week.
They looked
I don't
great.
think, I
Yeah.
don't think the
They
Bills
looked
were
great.
like awful. They didn't like super bad. I think Patriots are
Patriots are
gonna be on a roll
good.
right now.
They could sneak up into the playoffs.
Okay. Worst matchup of the week: Titans, Raiders.
I don't want to watch that.
Raiders, I guess.
Go. Raiders.
I'm going to pick the tie.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the tie. It's going to be like 6-6. like-
that would be the fitting into that game.
It'll be a bad game.
Cam Ward kind of picked it up towards the end of last week.
I'm standing on business. That's a tie.
Okay. Oh, we'll give you double points.
Yes,
if you,
please.
if you get that,
If
you
you call
get
it a
2
tie.
wins.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
go.
Niners, Bucks.
Oh my
Bucks.
gosh,
I'm gonna
that's a
go
good
Bucks.
one. I'll go Bucks, but don't
Uh,
count out Mac Jones.
Don't do
I
it.
guess. Bengals, Packers.
Packers,
definitely.
and it's not any gonna be close at all.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Bengals are rough.
Lions, Chiefs. Surprisingly, the Chiefs are favored. They are
Lions-
at home,
What
but
in the?
the Lions are just so much better.
They have
than
not.
the Chiefs.
They haven't. Okay, they just haven't. They probably haven't changed anything yet. Then, because how are they favored with
Is it-
how
where is
bad
it?
they looked?
in Kansas City, but the
Lions.
Lions are just so much better. I feel like
Lions just look
What's the
great
spread?
right
How
now.
much are they favored by?
2.5. It's not much.
I'm still going Detroit.
Yeah, me too.
Smart. Okay, Monday Night Football. There's 2 games.
Hmm.
Bills Falcons. It's in Atlanta, but I think
Bills.
the Bills are gonna be mad about the loss this week and go on a rampage.
Give me the Bills.
I agree.
And then Bears Commanders, the final game of the week.
That'll be closer than people think, but I still go Commanders.
Yeah,
Is it
I
in
think-
Chicago?
No, it's in Washington.
Yeah, I go
Commanders.
Commanders.
I'm gonna also go with Commanders.
I'm a big fan of this 2 games on Monday night deal. I'm a big
Yeah,
fan.
I think the next week the Texans Seahawks game, that's also a doubleheader for Monday.
Yeah, because like this is kind of off topic, but like if one game's bad, you can just go to the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's still football.
It's
It's
football.
still NFL football. You're still getting what
You're
we've
just
done out of
getting.
the
Yeah,
other
you're
one.
getting what you asked for. You're still getting your football.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
I feel good about my picks. I think I'm gonna win.
Yeah, we'll see. Picking the tie might bite me in the butt, but that's okay. I'm confident that that game is going to be a tie.
If it gets canceled or it ties, then
I
think
win.
it all counts the same.
Let's go.
If there's no winner, you win.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. This has been Sam, Logan, and Jackson on the Please Do Not Rush Hour. We're going to finish off with a song and then let it fade into the next ones. Hope you all have a good night, and we will see you next week. I don't think there's a volleyball game.
Not that I know
Sure,
of.
I haven't looked at the schedule, so.
As of now, we will see you next week.
Sounds good.
All right. You guys have a great night.